Oh, geez, what a rough day at work. Ugh. Well, at least I have that HHN panel at Spooky Empire to look forward to. I wonder if anything got announced. Let's look through the old Twitter timeline. Yeah, posts about some stuff. It's coming soon. Let's see. Oh, what do we got here? Just some more stuff about... Oh! Excuse me, what? Excuse me, what? No. Who are you? Yo, Slaughter Cinema 2, let's go! Okay, sweet, got a video for next week. It's Friday, I don't really feel like working on it over the weekend, so I'll deal with it on Monday, and we'll kind of get to it. But this looks really awesome. I wonder if we have really seen anything about this. Horror Night Nightmare's talking about it. This looks awesome. That is really awesome. I'm super excited for this. Can't wait to get to work on a video on this. Alright, so I got everything done last night. Got my script done. I'm ready to go for this video today. Just gotta check my phone. Just gotta check out my phone real quick, see if I missed anything today while at work. Yeah, just normal Dorney Park stuff, Multiverses announcement. Yeah, there's Zombie Chris talking about Slaughter Cinema. Let's see what else we have. Anything interesting? Excuse me, what is this? Horror Nights, please stop. Another announcement? Goblins Feast? What is this? Are we going goblin mode or something? I don't know. This is a second announcement. I don't know how to handle this. You know what? Screw it. We're just going to do this and Friday's announcement, and that'll be the video. We'll be fine. They're not going to announce anything else. I'm sure of it. So let's just jump right into the video. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is Michael from Hallowed Thrills back in the video, and today, or at least this last couple days, we've had two Horror Nights announcements. We had one on Friday, the 17th of May, and we had one just today, Monday. This is insane. I have no idea what's happening. We had two original announcements, but before we really get into any of those and any of the nitty-gritty details of what happened, please make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video, and also make sure you're following both Instagram and Twitter. The links are down in the description below. But now let's really dive deep into what we got these last couple days. So let's start off with the announcement that took place on the 17th, on Friday. So there was little hope that we were getting any sort of announcement. Everyone knew that there was that panel going on at Spooky Empire, but we didn't really know whether or not there was going to be an announcement. Spooky Empire said, oh, it's just for the fans, no recording, no pictures, no nothing. But then it started to come out that there were signs up around the area for Universal and for filming that said hot set. And people started to wonder what was going on. Maybe we were getting something. And basically, yeah, we got something. We got our first announcement of HHN 33, HHN 2024 in the form of a returning original, that being Slaughter Cinema, introducing Slaughter Cinema 2. This is amazing. This is by far going to be one of my most hyped originals for this year, and if not my most hyped house for this year. I love the original at HHN 28, repping the shirt today. But honestly, super excited for this house. They released a little bit of details about it. Nothing has officially gone up on the Horror Nights website regarding this announcement or the next one I'm going to talk about, so we don't really have a ton of details about it. But we do have a little bit of information that they provided during the presentation, and that was that, like I said, Slaughter Cinema would be returning for Slaughter Cinema 2 this year at HHN, and would be featuring 8 new original B film houses. Now, so what, for people who do not know what Slaughter Cinema was a compilation of 8 created B films by the HHN creative team, and these are like kind of films that are more of the cheesier, campy style horror films that you don't really normally see. So something like a Killer Clowns or a Chopping Mall would be considered more of a B film than your traditional like Halloweens, Freddy's, Jason's, Michael Myers, stuff like that. So what they kind of did was, basically the idea was, we have all of these little ideas that we aren't sure are good enough for a full house. So what we're going to do is test them out in this small format. And for a couple of these ideas, they ended up actually turning into full-size houses. A couple of my favorite houses or sections from the original Slaughter Cinema was Shitty's Kids, Cults of the Demon Beast Baby, what was Devil Dogs, of course. Devil Dogs was one of my favorite. And last but not least, Swamp Yeti. Yes, you heard that first. The Yeti houses did get their start at HHN 28 for Slaughter Cinema, and we have had 2 iterations of them since then. So who knows, maybe we'll get something really awesome in Slaughter Cinema 2. They did announce one of the 8 films that is going to be included and gave us a little bit of a teaser with our own little scare actor coming out during the presentation. So that house, or that movie that they revealed to us, was Heavy Metal Hell 3D, and that scare actor that they brought out was really cool. With a skeleton with an awesome like neon mohawk, with spiky mohawk, and had just a biker jacket on. It was just really kind of like toxic punk style, as they have been calling it, and it does fit with all of the kind of merchandise that we have gotten recently with Horror Nights. So maybe that's kind of what they were teasing towards with the merch, as that being a part of Slaughter Cinema 2. Now, like I said, we don't have any other information regarding any of the other houses that are going to be in Slaughter Cinema 2, but we do have our second announcement that we can talk about that happened on Monday, meaning today, which is Goblins Feast. This one, once again, nothing on the website about this as of yet, but we do have a little snippet that they did include for us for this house to kind of give us an idea of what we could be experiencing come the beginning of the event in August. Welcome to the Goblins Feast Tavern, and visit the Goblin Village, where a lavish feast is being prepared for goblins, orcs, hobgoblins, and witches, and you're the main course. Now, like I said, just from that little snippet, I am really excited for this house. I'm interested to see where they go with this, whether it be more on the campier style, or where more we go on like kind of the scarier orcs literally murdering people who are coming to their village. I'm interested to see where they go with this, and kind of the ideology that they're going with this, whether it be something not kind of like D&D like we had with Dueling Dragons, or something along the Halloween-y side like Wicked Growth. I'm kind of getting the vibe of either of those houses with this idea. Now, personally, I would rather like the Wicked Growth style, where they're a little bit of like a creepier, more demented goblin that really do want to kill you, rather than kind of the lesser scary D&D style that we were seeing in Dueling Dragons. But those are really the 2 announcements that we got, and like I said, super surprised by 2 announcements. I did not expect anything like that. Horror Nights announcement season is just kicking right off in a rapid pace, from nothing to absolutely a whole bunch of stuff in a matter of days. But I hope that's it for this week. I mean, I need a little bit of a break, man. Come on, Horror Nights. But that is going to be it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure you drop a like, and also comment down below, out of these 2 announcements, which one are you more excited for? I'd like to know. But as always, I'm Michael from Hallowed Thrills, giving you the all clear, and all clear means you're out of here. See you guys next time. God, I hope they don't announce anything else this week, man. That is insane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I spoke too soon. As, yeah, it is now Tuesday, the 21st, and guess what? Yeah, that's right. Horror Nights gave us a 3rd announcement in the span of just a couple days. Now, I'm not mad, but it does kind of make it hard to make videos, Horror Nights. Please. But regardless, yeah, so we have our 3rd announcement. This is another original, our 3rd original of the bunch, which is strange that we're knocking the originals out first. Normally, the originals are one of the last things that get announced during the season, but we have our third original announcement, and this is kind of a return, I guess. 2 out of the 3 is a return, but this is a scare zone that is now officially going to be a house. And this is Major Sweets Candy Factory is the name of this house, which means I nailed it. Let's throw it back to January, where I put up this speculation map that I kind of did at the very beginning, way too early speculation that I did. Now fudge, I immediately take my mind and think of Willy Wonka. You know, that river of fudge, the river of chocolate from Willy Wonka. I immediately think of that, and then I think, okay, Candy Factory. Candy Factory, okay, what have we had in HHN that's themed to candy factories? Major Sweets. Major Sweets from HHN 31. And Major Sweets was one of the things that I put on there, so high five to myself. I will give myself that. I got 1 right so far out of this season from my literally no knowledge speculation that I did very early on in the season. But let's kind of talk about what this means for this year's event. So kind of the little backstory that they gave us for this house is you've been invited as a chaperone for a field trip of a bunch of children to a candy factory where the deadly delicious treats and sweets turn the kids into monsters and candy-fueled fiends is what they're calling it. And that's kind of the only information that they gave us, which is very similar to what we had for the Scare Zone, where Major Sweets and Mrs. Treats went around the streets of New York handing out their candy to trick-or-treaters, and the trick-or-treaters ended up becoming candy-fueled and sugar-fueled fiends that were trying to kill everybody. I'm super excited for this house. I was super excited for the idea when I thought it up back in January, and I'm super excited to actually be able to walk through this house come August. It is going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm really, really excited for Major Sweets Candy Factory. Out of the 3 right now, I mean, obviously Slaughter Cinema 2 is going to be my most hyped, but I might put Major Sweets at number 2 for me, and then Goblin Feast at number 3. But that is 3 announcements done so far at this point. I'm gonna close out this video. Fingers crossed we don't get anything tomorrow, but if we do, I'll probably see you guys in a couple seconds. What now? Oh God, Horror Nights, not another update. Not another update, please. Not another announcement. I'm just trying to sleep. Alright, let's head out. Oh, another announcement. Damn it! Well, it's now 2 days later and 2 more announcements later, of course. And we have officially had 5 originals announced this week. This has to be some sort of record, to be completely honest, with the most individual announcements in 1 week in a row. Like, once again, I'm not complaining, but it does seem slightly rushed in my opinion. I know it's not nearly as rushed as what they normally do, which is just throw all the scare zones and originals at us like a week before the event. But I do kind of wish they did maybe 1 or 2 announcements every week for like the next month and kind of spread these out a little bit more, but also kind of still make them rushed, I guess. I don't know. But I just feel like they're not really giving us enough info about these houses. I don't know. It's weird. But regardless, we got an announcement. We got 2 more announcements to talk about. So let's break down our next 2 announcements. So on Wednesday, we got our 4th announcement, and this one was a little bit interesting. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but it is a house that could definitely mean a lot of things. So the 4th announcement was the museum Deadly Exhibits. Now, this, like I said, is an interesting concept because it feels like another compilation style house, whereas there could be just an absolute ton of stuff covered in this house. It's a museum, so you could have stuff like wax figures, like minifigure dioramas, sculptures, paintings, even dinosaur bones. I mean, honestly, there could be anything in this, because what do you normally find in a museum? Like I said, could be anything. The possibilities are endless for what we could see here. But let's talk about what kind of information they gave us regarding this house. Now, it's very similar with the rest of these announcements so far, is that they only gave us a little tiny snippet regarding this house. You decide to visit the new folklore museum exhibit, The Rotting Stone, when an evil escapes from within, destroying everything in its path. Like I said, not much to go off of, just like all the other announcements. Now, what do I think about this announcement? I personally think, like I said, lot of possibilities for this one. The one thing that I'm really honing in on is the Rotting Stone being the name of the exhibit. That kind of makes me feel like some sort of like mummy's tomb, mummy's like tablet, something like that, that kind of vibe. But it also could kind of relate to the videos that we've been getting from Horror Nights regarding that big like kaiju arch monster that we saw in that reveal kind of teaser that they gave us the other week. Maybe that's what this is relating to. Maybe it's relating to fear. I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling deep down that these announcements, or at least this announcement in particular for the museum, is kind of what's going to guide our story this year. But that's enough talking about announcement number 4. We still have one more announcement to talk about, and that is announcement number 5. So this announcement happened today, which is Thursday. Now, at this point, it's kind of getting to the point where I'd be surprised the next day that we don't have an announcement. So this was no real surprise to me that we were getting one today. But this one is, in my opinion, it's a cool house, don't get me wrong. I just am not the most excited about it as I possibly could have been. And that's because this house is Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America. And this house will feature monsters from folklore of Latin America. The few of the monsters that are going to be in it are La Lechuza, El Cibon, and I'm going to butcher this, Tlahuelpuchi, I think is how it's pronounced. Now, as someone who went out to Hollywood last year and saw their version of this house over there, like I said, I'm not as excited for this as I should have normally be as an Orlando fan. It just seems a bit lazy. If you ask me, they're basically just ripping the exact same house from Hollywood and bringing it over here. I hope that it's not just a straight up copy and paste, but with Epic Universe coming, there is a slight possibility that they're going to use that as an excuse to kind of save money on this house and basically just take we're gonna take the Horror Nights house from Hollywood and push it somewhere else. That's kind of where I'm getting a feeling of this one, especially since we have those 3 same monsters from the one that was over in Hollywood. I would have been okay had we kept the same name, but just changed up the monsters. But the fact that we're getting the exact same 3 monsters, it's a bit sketchy to me. It's a bit sketchy, I'm just gonna say that. But regardless, I love the house over in Hollywood, so people over here in Orlando who didn't get to see it last year over there are in for a treat. This was a fantastic house, even if it is a copy and paste. It's gonna be great. I'm excited for it. It's gonna be awesome to go through it again. But if it's not just a copy and paste, I'm interested to see what twists and turns that Orlando decides to do and what our creative team over here decides to do to make it a bit different from the one over there. But I will be the first one to tell you. I will be the first one to tell you when I go through it opening night whether or not it is the exact same thing or whether or not there's some differences and which one is better. So you definitely want to be here for when opening night happens so I can tell you it first. But that is going to be it for our announcements so far. I hope, fingers crossed, we don't get anything else.
Are you sure about that?
And once again, I have been tricked by the HHN gods. I could have swore it was only going to be 5. I was hoping that we were going to have an even 5-5 split for originals, but we are here once again for a 6th house announcement. It is now Friday, and yeah, we got a 6th house announcement. That's 5 announcements in 5 days, plus that last one last Friday. Yeah, so we have 6 originals this year, our 6th house announcement of this year, and this one is an interesting one. This is probably the one that I'm least hyped for as of right now, just because of a few key components. So this 6th house announcement is titled Triplets of Terror. And we have this beautiful little promotional photo for this house, and it is, in my opinion, god-awful. I feel bad if you were the one that made this photo for this house. It looks bad. It is terrible Photoshop. The characters on this definitely look interesting, but yeah, it's rough. The proportions on some of these people are all off. The frickin' the plate mask the guy has on his face looks like it was literally cut and pasted there. Yeah, it's not great, but it doesn't really fill me with confidence for what this house could possibly be. And the balloons in the background look like afterthoughts as well. But regardless, let's talk about this announcement and really talk about the information that they gave to us for this announcement. So the little snippet that they gave us for this announcement is, you're invited to the Barmy Triplets birthday bash. But beware, they celebrate by recreating their family murders. Prepare for a gory gathering. Now, I will say, out of any of the little snippets that we got for any of the houses, this one definitely is the most interesting. It leads to the most possibilities with what we could see in this. But it just deep down, I'm looking at this picture, I'm looking at the idea for this, and I'm kind of starting to feel that this feels like an afterthought of an announcement. I keep getting told by a bunch of other people when I bring this up that this was always what this was going to be. But I'm having a hard time believing that because of just the promotional photo looking so last minute, and this kind of just being a cookie cutter concept. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Hopefully I'm wrong, but this one out of all of the announcements so far, like I said, is probably my least hyped house. I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully with all these announcements, a couple weeks down the line or a week or two down the line, we do get a little bit more information about each one. Like I said, they still haven't been added to the website. So we have 6 announcements and none of them are on the website right now. So fingers crossed, maybe they come on there in a week's time or so and have more information. But meeting the Barmy Triplets. Yeah, that's our last house announcement. I hope I'm not wrong. Regardless, I'm posting this video, but hopefully I'm not wrong. Hopefully we don't get anything tomorrow. But Triplets of Terror, like I said, last place, and number 1 right now for hype for me is of course going to be Slaughter Cinema 2. I'm just so enamored by that concept, and the first one was so amazing, so I cannot wait to see the second iteration of it. But finally, if you guys once again did enjoy this video, drop a like and comment out of all 6 of our announcements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 announcements. Which of these are you most excited for, and which of these are you more like, yeah, you can just get rid of that and I wouldn't care. I'd like to know down below, but as always, I'm Michael from How Thrills, giving you the all clear, and all clear means you're out of here. See you guys next time.